How do you zoom? That looks like crap. Don't you think?
Doesn't look terrible, but
How do we adjust the video? Oh, you can do this. Doesn't look like it did anything. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's better. How do you change the webcam settings?
what do you mean?
I'm moving that one to shit. Like, if we want to pan it back.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's this. Chrome. Portrait. No. Studio light. No. Edge light.
This is for like it's on our face.
Light moon. If we can back it up anymore. You know how much this thing costs?
200.
$20.
Ah.
Cheap Chinese stuff.
Perfectly integrated.
I guess I should have put hashtag Heroscape. Because we had like people in the other one right away.
I'll join.
Ah, look, one person.
That's me.
So can you actually see my head?
No, but I can do this. Maybe you have the
Do what?
boxes too close.
But then the lighting sucks.
No, it'll adjust.
It hasn't yet. Like, yeah, you see? It's a crappy camera. You might have to hold it over this one.
I can do this. I can't adjust the, but I can do, or it's raining. And then it shows it. Let's see. Let's hear how the microphone sounds. That doesn't sound too bad.
All right, so this thing's funny.
Hello? Okay, that sounds pretty good actually.
Oh, you can hear it on that? All right. Is it just me still?
Yeah, it's just you. Oh, do you want it on your face?
What would help? All right. So my name is Ryan. We're live streaming live from beautiful studios at Texas Tabletop Society in beautiful Frisco, Texas. And so we are a game space. We have over 1,000 games. Yes, we do have over 1,000 games. And they're all in our database to prove it. And these will definitely add to the collection. So there's various formats of games that are very popular. Outside of board games, there's collectible card games like Magic the Gathering. There's miniatures games like Warhammer 40K. Um, and there's role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. They can take sizable investments to get into. When it comes to a lot of that, we've already done a lot of that investment for you. So from Magic the Gathering, we've got Commander decks, which is a format for Magic going all the way back to 2014. We've got extensive BattleTech miniatures, which I'll show on a different day. And we have a huge role-playing game selection. So if you're interested, contact us and we can start forming gaming groups. And we can get you into gaming. So this set, Heroscape, these originally came out 20 years ago. It was an Avalon Hill Hasbro release when they were releasing 3rd edition 3.5. Actually, I had a lot of it then, but I got rid of it. But so I think who's re-releasing it? So it's Renegade Games, and then there's also Avalon Hill. So the conceit here is pretty cool. It's comes with terrain, and the terrain acts as the board, and then it comes with, in some cases, painted or pre-painted miniatures. The idea is it's armies from time and across the universe, and they're all battling each other, so you can get into like impossible situations. You can see it's in there pretty well. All right, so and then so we'll go through the master set, and then they just came out with the G.I. Joe Rumble Pack, which treats, according to the back of the box, Dr. Mindbender. I think that's his name. Yeah, the crazed Dr. Mindbender, with his bizarre inventions, transports the G.I. Joes and Cobra to Valhalla. So that's where the setting came. Back in the original Heroscape, it actually had a Marvel expansion. They might have had a G.I. Joe one then, but it definitely had Marvel. So it's got the dice, defense and attack, initiative. I think these show the order you're going to move. Different condition markers, and then you can see here, and here's all the miniatures. I have no idea what factions they are or any of that stuff, but they're pre-painted.
They look like they're from Narnia.
Oh, they're like polar bears.
Yeah, they're
so
like
they're like, well, no, it wasn't Narnia. It was Subtle Knife.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Materials. I'm guessing this is something. So yeah, there's just different factions. I have no idea with this one what the different factions are. And so, but there's definitely polar bears, and a lion. So those must be one faction. And then, I don't know, some sort of evil flying queen, the dwarf, techno dwarf, another demon. It's like a tree demon. So we got a dude with 4 arms. So like, and each of these generally, they either have their own card with their statistics, or if it's a big enough unit, and they have point values. So the idea is you build a point value of your army. So that's the first layer of miniatures. And I'm going to regret labeling them so they go in. So here's the different terrain tiles with water. And they all link together, so you can build all the terrain, and they act as too far.
Maybe right here is the furthest the camera goes.
So, and each unit goes on the spot, and to make stack terrain, if you want to change terrain levels, you just stack them up. So this would be 2 terrain. This would be 3 high. And if I remember the rules correctly, higher units get an advantage on lower units, but then there's also, if it's a high enough difference, they can't see each other. So these are walls, things like that. They can be barriers. Now these are, I'm assuming these probably are very high point units because they're humongous. And then looks like the base to this guy goes here, and the tail goes in. Should put the tail in later. Yeah, so this is the big one. So he might be your only piece. That's the terrain, and then oh wow. So here's the hero cards. Each of those goes with a unit, so we can divide it up. Rule book, scenario book. So it's got a rule book and a scenario book. And then, much bigger terrain pieces, like so really large.
So who would be into this game?
Well, I think anybody that's interested in miniatures gaming, but you don't want to. I mean, the big knock, I think, in general about miniatures gaming is the expense. Particularly with Games Workshop games or any of the miniatures games, because you gotta make a sizable investment in the pieces, whereas this game, I mean, they come out with the matching. I mean, they come out with new expansions, but it's more of a board game with miniatures, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. So this guy, that's his card. So you can see it's got a card. Get these guys out of the way. I'm not sure what the factions are yet, but it says Zenithrax the Vine Weaver. So he moves 5, range of 5, attack 6, defense 10. So I think that's the number of dice you roll. You can see you could have point values. So he's worth 200 points, and he's got different powers. So they similar to Magic, they've got different ratings. So he's a dragon unique hero, which probably means that for his particular faction, he can only be the only one on the board. And then he's a warden, majestic, huge, 12. So his characteristics. So that's that. And now we've got the dwarf. So he gets his own dwarf pirate, fearless. That might be if there's fear effects, maybe there doesn't do anything to him. He is worth 100 points. So according to the pie, he's worth half of him. So then we got the Knight Irene. So I think these two are in the same faction because they get the same color, but I don't know the name of it yet.
The Aquilas. Aquila.
Oh yeah. So here's the Jandar. So according to this, he's a bear, so he's not a lion. He's just got that's a fur coat, not a mane. So he's a bear. He's worth 110. So that's the Jandar. All right, then we got all right, let's sort through.
Look at that detail. Is it all hand painted?
I do not know. I believe it's machine painted. But they do a pretty good job. All right, so we've got the Revna, the Utkar, so here's the other Jandar. See here, yeah, these four, they are 120 points, and all four are covered by one card. But this one, we've got and they're the Frostclaw Paladins. So these are kind of like knights. They're all bears. So if you got your Dark Materials, War Bear, Panzer Jaeger, you can get that in here. So then these two are together, the Miserex Kyrie and the Rakshot Steward of Death. That's their cards. 100 points and 50 points. So she looks cool, but she's not that destructive or not that powerful, at least points wise. We've got Lavatar, or Lava Attack, the Kyrie Warrior, and Raylan, the Kyrie Warrior. So two. So that's 100 points. Wow. And 80. So it's this guy.
So I'm assuming the Aquila are like the Alliance, and the Utkar are the Horde.
I have no idea.
That's what it's looking like color-wise.
Yeah, but they're both winged. And he's riding like a Battle Cat. All right. So these are 4-1. Oh, here's more Utkar. So these goes with these guys. And these are the Exiles of the Sundered Sea. So I think it's all these green guys. So it's not the 4-armed guy. This guy.
Goblins.
And then this chick. And this guy. And this
kind
guy.
of look like predators.
Yeah.
That guy has a cowboy hat.
They all got green swords. So like jade swords or something.
What's in this?
All right, so this is a Vidar. He's the 4-armed guy. And then these four. So is this guy all by himself? Jengar, Revna, Utgard. Looks like a lot of the Utgard.
Vidar. Oh, yeah. I guess there's 4 factions.
But only one of this guy. He's worth 170 points. Solborg. Alpha Prime. Interesting. No, he's the only one that came with that one. So I know for the Age of Annihilation, all these different factions have expansions. But so far, I just got this set. This came out, I think, 2 years ago for the 20th anniversary of the game. So they've been releasing these. The painted set is sold out on the website. You can't get it. I don't know if they're going to reprint it or not. I was able to get this copy off eBay for the same price it was on their website. So not a big horrendous share. All right, so make a little room.
So this is the Age of Annihilation.
So this one I bought. I don't know which one's which. Just double check. We're gonna have fun getting this back in the bag. That's why when I originally had this, I had a big box with bags. All right, so this is
I remember.
All right, so
with the tiles.
yeah, so this is the G.I. Joe Rumble Pack. for our purposes, we've got two. I bought two basically for the terrain. The only one set's painted. I don't know where the cards. All right, so here's these cards. Again, terrain. The rumble packs are smaller ones. They've got some of the larger terrains. They've got condition markers and move markers and more dice. Again, the rule book and scenario guide. So in terms of G.I. Joe, we've got the classic Joe characters. What are you doing? Oops, it's not pulling out. And it's got the exclusive toxic water because we needed that. So here we've got Snake Eyes. And here he is.
Snake Eyes.
He looks pretty cool. Got a sword. He's worth 70 points. And then opposite him, we got G.I. Joe. So these are kind of the characters from the movies. So you've got Storm Shadow. Destro. Dr. Mindbender. Who I actually kind of liked in the movie that he became Cobra Commander.
G.I. Joe.
And then we got Cobra Commander. We got Duke.
Can you actually hand me a couple of the tiles so I can prop this up? Like the small ones, the single ones.
The wallet's not working. Then we got Heavy Duty or Roadblock. That's right, Roadblock. And Scarlet. So kind of the classic characters. They all fit right in. And the cool thing is they're completely compatible with these sets. So if you want to fight the Bears versus G.I. Joe, you can go nuts. Now, I'm not going to necessarily... Is there anybody on?
Me? No, wait, there's one other person.
Is it Mom?
I don't know. Hey, Mom.
Is it Mom?
She doesn't say anything in the comments.
All right, so there's a Common Army expansion pack. That's just generic Joes, the ones that always get killed. Well, they got shot and then paratrooped. It does come with the battle copter, so it's got an air thing, and then it's got the Cobra generic army, so you can just get bigger battles. So those are, and then it's got their, I think it was called the Asp. No, Cobra Flight Pod, but they're little flying things. You get two little flying units. This one, this one's got the Baroness, and then two double units. So it's got Lady Jane. So it's got both the more popular non-core G.I. Joe and Cobra, and then it's got the twins. I don't remember their names, and then two characters that look like they're G.I. Joe ninjas that came in after I was paying attention to G.I. Joe. And then Serpentor, the Cobra Emperor, who he was in the movie, G.I. Joe movie, which actually wasn't terrible. So if you get a chance to watch that, it came out like 1986, something like that. It wasn't bad. I think somebody actually died.
Filming it?
No, like one of the characters died.
Oh.
Like normally G.I. Joe, when the plane blows up, you always see them parachute. Like they shoot all these guns, nobody actually dies. They actually have somebody die.
Oh, that's hardcore.
That's the collection we've got. It's available here for play any night, and we will learn the rules. And when you want to come down and play either one of these factions or the new G.I. Joe stuff that just came out, we've got it here and it's ready to go.
We got all sorts of GI Joe stuff.
Yeah, we also have GI Joe Risk. We do not have the GI Joe role playing game, but if there's a blazing request, I guess we could get it.
And
Who gave it the thumbs up?
I did.